start record button. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, cool. So, yes. So, you are doing that. One thing I did want to talk about a little bit, actually, but I'll wait until everyone's here and then we can talk about it. I kind of want to give people roles in the ship and make them responsible for that part of the communication and negotiation. Like, I actually want people to kind of be playing a role a little bit more going forward. Like, the quartermaster does the negotiation for, for goods and supplies for the ship. And anyway, we'll work it out. But I think just to kind of make everyone have a pretty clear position to play in the ship. That obviously doesn't apply to action scenes or other things. It's just to spread the load a bit. All right. So anyway, right. So Mirai is running away from you. That's probably the most important point I can make. So let me. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now she hadn't taken any damage because she offset her people against you, and then basically bolted for the hills. So let me have a quick squeeze at how she's documented up.
I got the shakes.
Yeah, that kind of works for me. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay. All right, no, I know what she's kind of like, so I can make that work for me. All right, so it's a chase scene. So straight up, she's got effectively a 2 kind of step advantage because you guys fought it out with other people while she ran away. So she's starting with an advantage. The way we're going to play, it's kind of like a classic chase scene. So if she gets, what will it be, 5 steps ahead of you, then you kind of lose her in the crowd.
Yep.
All right, and she's starting at +2 because you guys had to fight your way out. So it's straight up contested, like athletics rolls, or move rolls, I should say. Sorry, move rolls.
Yeah.
It's straight up move rolls. You can try and think of other skills if you want that you could try and make use of to make it harder for her to escape or to give you an advantage. But basically, you've moved into the sort of, like, you're in the sort of slummy area of the town. So you can imagine, like, people have, and I described it before, like, there were all of these, I don't think you were here, Sharp, for this. There were all of these sort of things built into the walls of the cave system. So you sailed in, you went into the cave system, and actually the port itself is built into the cave system. And so people have built like shacks and things on the walls, and they're on top of each other, and you're in the sort of super kind of slummy area, so that's even more sort of densely packed with buildings. There are buildings that have actually fallen over, and then they've had buildings put on top of them, those sorts of things. So there's lots of little nooks and crannies that people can run away and hide in. There's people all over the shop. Some of them are reasonably unfriendly. However, you 3 are armed to the teeth and look like you've just been in a fight, so most people are going to stay out of your way. Can I get a straight up, I think what would be useful would be a scouting roll, please.
So the game's paused for me. Do you want to unpause it?
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, I would.
That's all right.
Thanks,
man.
Now unpaused.
A scouting roll.
Yeah.
Scouting. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I have a 0 in it. Excellent.
Mm.
Is this a single person doing a scouting roll for us?
No, all of you can make scouting rolls. Pan, Lee, how are you?
Pretty good.
Hello.
How about you?
I am
Mostly
winning today.
I'm glad somebody
Good.
spotted me.
Cease for the mostly.
Yes.
We will take it.
I started at 6:30 a.m. with the realization that I would have to do a lot of work to fix something that someone else hadn't fixed. And then by 8 a.m. I realized, but that's okay because I'm on top of all of my shit. So I actually have time to fix their shit. So that made me happy.
Nice.
And then I had my client tell me in many ways that I'm actually quite good at what I do for a living, which is both validating and, if somewhat, assumed. All right, so
it's always nice to hear.
It is always lovely to hear. So we were just about to kick off the chase scene, which is everyone is chasing Mirai, who is the pirate of the not quite pirate captain, because the pirate captain is Ferrik, who ambushed you in the tavern. You may recall chairs, clubs, swords, ducking under tables, not judging anyone, Pan, just saying.
It worked.
It worked a lot.
Mhm.
It worked to keep you out of the way. And we were just kicking off the sprint after Mirai because they had bolted out the door in the middle of the fight. So the way it's going to work is you've got to close the distance to them. If they get to effectively +5 zones, for want of better language, then they basically disappear into the crowd. And you'll have to work out how to find them some other way. They're 2 zones ahead of you already because they've already sort of run off. And what we were kicking off with was effectively a scouting roll to even kind of get a sense of where they're heading and who, and get direction on where they were going. And everyone can make a scouting roll because this is a straight up, hey everyone, everyone's looking moment. So please feel free to make a scouting roll.
Ooh,
All right.
Oh, someone else got a success too.
Damn.
wow.
Oh, wow. 2 successes from
Mhm.
Con.
Lovely.
She's got the eagle eyes.
Really does.
Okay, so yeah, 2 successes from Con, 1 from Angelique, 1 from Dominique.
That's it.
Lorenzo, nothing. Margaret, nothing. Okay, cool. All right, Con. You come bolting out of the door, kind of vaguely in amongst the pack of other people. You look around, and yes, you can see she has this. Actually, hold on. I feel like I need to check this statement, and I'm not looking at the camera at the moment, so just give me 1 second. Hilarious. If we look at Pan's hair right now, because the picture I have of Mirai in the PDF is a woman with a deep blue kind of purpley hair color through their hair. So thank you, Pan, for presenting the necessary,
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. You see that in the distance. You see that
Thanks,
color.
Lee, for doing the
Yeah.
dye job for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Lee. Thank you for providing the necessary props to make this
Of course.
just a little bit more real. So, Con, you see them in the distance. They're sprinting away. You can see their bright blue hair kind of waving. They've got quite long hair, actually. So it's kind of, as they sprint, you can see it's being flung around. They've lost their hat in the desperate attempt to escape the combat. You can point people at them.
Yeah, who of our party, who would be sort of the attack dog?
So
Like,
who has,
who would that make sense?
So who has the best
Mags.
move? Mags, yeah. Mags could shoot them down.
Yes.
Yeah, Con would probably just sort of pat Mags on the arm and point.
So whilst
Shall
your
I-
talent is specifically tied to... Oh, don't forget, by the way, you've got a bonus die for when you're using scouting rolls to see things a long way away.
Yeah, it said extreme, so
It
I
did,
didn't think she
yeah.
was quite
It is-
extreme yet.
It is meant to represent you standing in the sort of, the crow's nest looking out. I will just... Yeah, so best person with best move skill is kind of the answer to the question. So Mags has 7 dice, which I suspect is the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Solid chance.
Now, the sad thing for Mags is they fired their rifle in the combat, so it would take them a full round to reload the rifle if you wanted to shoot them.
No, start running after them and see if there's a handy dandy rock or lamp or something throwable that can be swiped and thrown on the way
All right,
past.
so Mags, make a move roll. As you give pursuit. Is anyone else pursuing, by the way, just to ask?
Absolutely, I am.
Yes.
All right. That was a
Good,
terrible roll.
because
Thank you, Max.
I am back in form.
Now remember, you can
Oh,
use
no.
your panache to re-roll at no cost.
Yes, I will use 1 panache to do that.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, for God's sake, would you look at that?
Jesus.
And she ran away.
That was impressive.
oh my God.
Okay,
Okay,
that's better.
that is better.
We'll take that one.
We'll take that one. Great. So she's got 4, and then she's got 5. Yeah, 5. She's got 5 dice. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Where's my panache? How much have I got? Okay, I'm going to spend a point of panache as well. Max has inspired me.
Okay, I'm not kidding. She gained 1, but you gained 3, Mags. So you're actually basically almost caught her in a single round. You've just bolted away. You're still 2
Games are thinking in
behind.
3 dimensions.
Angelique.
So she's bouncing off walls and
Yeah.
Well, actually, that is
Up
Mags'
carts
special
and that
talent.
sort
She
of
can
stuff.
literally run across ropes if she needs to.
Yep.
Normally only on a ship, but I
using
can
all those
easily see-
railings.
So yes, so the obligation is you have to describe how you're doing this with panache. If you spend panache for a reroll, you have to give us a description of how this explicitly is panache.
Okay, so there is, I'm assuming, lots of crowds and people in front.
Yep.
Somebody just in front of us and between us and our target bends over at exactly the right time so that Mags actually does one of those fantastic action sequence lean over, rolls like it was the boot of a car, but over a person,
Nice.
and then keeps running.
Nice. All right, and then you bolt at a speed that is almost unbelievable. You close the distance to Mirai in a single round. So the way it currently sits is, did anyone else run, or was it just Margaret and Angelique who were doing the sprinting?
I was running as well.
Did you make a
Sorry,
roll?
I didn't realise I had to do a roll.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Well,
Yep.
I'm just using my sheer mass to give me extra move.
Yep.
And to just peel away people in front of me.
Okay. Barreling through.
And I will get backlogged.
And you will get backlogged. Okay, so currently, am I right in assuming that neither Con or Dominique are making any attempt to give pursuit, or are you kind of desultorily walking along in the background?
Could I maybe look for alleyways or something to kind of like cut them off where it
could.
seems like their trajectory is
You
going?
absolutely could. You 100% could do that. Yes.
Yeah. So what would that be?
Good question. How about we go with scouting?
All right. I'm somewhat good at scouting, I say, and I'll never roll a good scouting again.
Yes. Famous last words, all that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no, that's helping you out. You haven't lost any distance. She's still miles ahead of you, but you haven't lost out. What about you, Dominic? No,
Con.
Got the wrong way
Yeah.
around. My apologies.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't think it's not like Con's not the type to try and tackle them down. So I don't know if pursuing them is the right way to describe what she's doing, but she is probably trying to keep up with the group.
Okay, so a
so
move
that'd probably
roll,
still
but
be-
maybe just accepting whatever we get is what we get.
Well,
Yeah,
the other thing you could do is you could try and use like insight to kind of go, yeah, I think she's heading that way, and just kind of saunter in that direction, expecting the chase is going to converge on a point.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course she'll try and double back over here.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm willing to pay that. That seems
yeah,
fair.
so that would also be scouting.
It would.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Two
Okay,
successes.
you are closing distance. So you are at +2. Okay, so we've got two
So
people.
basically, Dom and Con came to a set of alleys, and we each took one, and
Yours was slightly
Con took
better.
the slightly better one.
Yours took the slightly better one. And that is Lorenzo. Oh no, Lorenzo got no successes. Angelique's is there. And Margaret is there. So, new round. So, Margaret, you can launch an attack if you want.
Yeah, I'll attempt to tackle her.
Okay. Hilariously, that is a might roll.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna go really, really well.
I'm throwing something. Oh my god.
2 1s and a 2!
Wow.
I mean, it could literally have been worse, but only by one.
Only by 1.
Uh-huh.
That's right. All right, so Margaret, you've caught up with her, and you have foolishly forgotten that you are an excellent marksperson, a somewhat competent melee wielder of cutlasses, but actually shit at wrestling. Like, let's just be upfront. You've tried it before. It's not your forte. It's just not your forte. All right, so you try and tackle them to the ground, and you just straight up stumble and fall. Oh, unless you want to spend your last panache point and try and re-roll that.
I don't think it'll go any better, to be honest.
No, fair. No, that's fair. That's a fair cop. That's a fair cop right there. Okay, so Con, you're only one zone behind them. Ducking and weaving your way through the alleyway has actually presented the perfect kind of sight target. You don't have a ranged weapon though, do you?
No,
No.
definitely not.
No.
At best, they've got a bag they can throw at them, but that's probably not going to do it either. Yeah, the one thing they didn't want to be was as close as possible to them. So this is a bad position.
This is not Con's happy place.
No. They're basically they're here to make sure the others don't die, not to be the one affecting things.
This has a very 5e thief with acrobatics kind of
Absolutely, yeah.
sense to it.
Yeah.
It's like, I could make the acrobatics roll to get behind all of the villains. Yep. And then you'll be by
Now what?
yourself
Isolated.
with all the villains.
What do you do now?
Yeah.
I should say 3.5e actually, because I think that used to happen a lot in 3rd edition, as I recall.
Yeah.
Anyway, long time ago now. So Con.
I guess there'd be a panicked attempt to trip them, which I guess would be a melee or a might.
Yes,
It's
it'll be
zero,
a might.
0 and 3 either.
It's good because it's the same. So, might roll, please. Yep. Oh, look at that! Don't diss yourself. You go.
I mean, I think she's succeeding in spite of herself.
No, I see what you're saying. Now, do I have some melee? Surely. Yeah, I do. Yes. Okay, that's a win. So I have more melee than you.
Easy to do.
And I actually genuinely have 4 dice because I actually. All right, so she and you are kind of in conflict. She tries to break away. Oh, as a defender, she breaks free. Yes, but you have cost her an
He
action.
just jumps over whatever he's put his foot out.
Yeah, and she will make her runaway roll now, and then I will get. It was 5 dice. Yes, 5 dice. No successes. Okay, so she is there. All right, so that was Con. Everyone else needs to close distance. So can I get Dom,
All right.
Angelique, and Lorenzo to make rolls? Oh, and Margaret, I think you fell over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. There's no.
Okay.
All right, that's nice. So Angelique has closed the distance. Lorenzo is still wherever Lorenzo is.
It's a problem being large.
It's a problem being
you
large.
catch everything around you.
Can you make a
High
move?
gravitational field.
So you need to stand up, which burns your action. So that's kind of what you do. All right. So Angelique, next round you will get to act because you are now equidistant with Mirai.
Yeah.
You are. Con, you didn't fall over. Do you want to make a move roll?
Oh, yep.
Just to see if you can stay in the race.
Nope.
0. That's okay.
No.
They got 0 successes. So actually, technically speaking, you're fine. Okay. So new round, Angelique. You might want to do something.
I've got my saber out and I'm going to attack her.
Okay. She tries to shoot you first.
Okay.
With her pistol.
With her pistol.
Yeah. She rips.
All right.
As you close, she pulls out her flintlock and attempts to shoot you with it.
Oof.
And is she...
All right. So what do I do now?
Well,
do you have any
spend a
panache?
to make her fail.
Yeah.
I do have panache.
So, do you want me to roll, and then you can spend a panache?
All right. Yep. Let's see if she can get near me.
She's going to hit you, so do you want to spend a panache to avoid being shot? Or do you want to take the shot?
I do.
Okay. All right, so the gun misfires.
I do want to spend my panache.
Okay, so the gun misfires. So basically, the way it works is you can't dodge bullets, but you can make them misfire. You spend a panache to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they hit you. Unless you've got cover, you can hide behind cover. All right. So she shoots. She goes to shoot you and misses. You may launch your attack, please. But you won't have that additional move because you have effectively used your action to your secondary action to not be hit. Oh.
Yeah.
It was almost 3 as well.
It was almost 3. That's what I thought it was for a second. Okay. So you stab her. She's going to try and block you with the pistol that is loaded in her hands. She's got 4 dice for that. She got 2 6s.
Oh,
3.
wow. 3.
3
She got 3 6s.
So not only does she block your attack, she pummels you with the... She hits you with the pistol hilt.
But
take a point of damage. Please apply it to either of your physical stats.
oh my gosh, where am I? Sorry, I'm lost on my character sheet. Okay, skills.
Down
All
the
right.
Down the
So down the bottom here, I'm going to take a point of shakes. Here we go.
All right. So she's basically whacked you in the head with the pistol. She's blocked your desperate attempt to stab her.
I'm feeling a bit.
And then she smashed you in the face with the pistol.
Far out. I'm feeling a bit dazed now.
You are feeling dazed. At least you didn't get shot as well. Because that probably would have been bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, that's that. I think you're the... Oh, no, Con. You are still in range. What would you like to do?
Not be here.
Get you out of
Keep on
range.
saying that, and yet here you are. Every time. I would like to not be in hand-to-hand combat with the person who can use guns and swords. I hear you, Con, but yet at the same time...
chance, yeah.
Use your cunning.
Anyway.
I mean, no one's actively dying, so I guess it would be another fumbling attempt to trip them up. Because it didn't not work last time. It just didn't work well.
It did not work, to your point. Yes, and she can't stop you this time because she's used her secondary action to block the sword blow.
Lovely. So I don't even think Con's like trying to be effective. They just keep getting in the way.
Okay, so has Con tripped her? Is that the plan?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so like Con, you put your foot out and she trips because she was busy cackling to herself, having smashed one of your, compatriots in the face with her pistol.
Probably like as they fall, Con's gonna look at Angelique and say, "Ooh, you might want to put something cold on that before it swells."
Yeah, this big swollen nose.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Blood.
I feel like it's a line that's gonna leave a mark is that's gonna leave a mark. All right, so Angelique, you were ineffective as the duelist. I'm just calling it as I see it. I don't want to judge, but let's face it, dualism 0.
Like 2 successes is bad.
I know.
Jeez.
It's so harsh. This system, it's cruel and unkind.
Cruel.
But then the doctor stumbles in the way of the fleeing Mirai and goes down, and they go down together in a kind of clump of people, arms and legs akimbo, as they say. Can I get move rolls, please, from Dominique, Margaret, and Margaret, you stand up, and
Mhm.
that's your free action, and then then you need a move roll, please. So Margaret, Angelique, not Angelique, sorry, and Lorenzo. Dom, Margaret, and Lorenzo.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want to stay in contact.
Yeah.
So many dice, and yet I
Okay.
still barely succeed.
And yet that's all you need, because at this point,
Got one success.
yeah, wow, yay, Lorenzo, you're getting closer. You're still not close.
Progress.
So Lorenzo, you're 2 zones behind, even though she tripped over. Dominique and Margaret have both closed within hand-to-hand combat range. Con is all messed up with them, and Angelique is kind of shaking their head. New round. We'll start with, for the sake of discussion, I think it'll be funny to start with Con, because your all
Well-
arms and legs akimbo.
Oh.
She doesn't look happy
oh,
with you,
oh
Con.
no.
Con, she
No,
doesn't look
I
happy.
wouldn't be happy with me
No,
either.
no. She looks like she might be pulling out a big, sharp, nasty knife.
Yeah, I think seeing as we have a few more people on them, Con's gonna try and scramble away at this
So,
point. So
you
would
know-
that be a move?
Yes, it
or
would. Desperate retreat is a move roll.
Do I get any bonus from being small for scrambling away
You
from
do.
the
I think that's legit. Yes,
blade wielding
absolutely.
person?
Please use your small advantage. What does it give you? +1 or +2?
+1, I
Please
believe.
use your.
Actually, let me double check.
Please use
+1.
Please use your bonus die.
Okay. Roll modifier 1.
Oh, look at that. There you go. Look at you running away. Okay, so you basically. So Con basically scrambles out from underneath her. She's pulling this. Some people would call it a knife, other people would call it a small sword. You definitely are perceiving more of the small sword end of the equation. Glittery, sharp, pointy, mostly at you. Can I get a declaration of action then from Angelique? Angelique, what would you like?
I'm a little pissy, so I'm going to stab her with my sword.
Sure. Figured that might follow.
Still going on plan A.
I'm so
So do I get a
miffed.
bonus because she's prone?
I don't think you do, actually, because she's not prone like unconscious prone. She's just been knocked to the ground. So she's completely capable of acting.
Yeah.
And you're not. Let me double check that, actually. Hold on. It's
And
actually.
she's
Prone
close
usually
combat
just means on the
modifiers,
Yeah.
prone, and additional ally helping in the attack.
Prone opponent +1 die. Sorry, so yes, you do get +1 die.
Okay, I will try that then, and I'll add 1. Seems good. All right, let's roll.
Ooh.
One hit. You know what she's going to do? She's got a dagger out now.
She's going to roll a million sixes and block me,
I don't want to judge, but...
and then stab me in the ankle.
Of course. And stab you in the ankle. Very specific. She gets a bonus die for the dagger. And she gets A6, which blocks you, but does no more than block you.
Oh, thank goodness for that, hey?
But she is then going to launch an attack on you with said dagger. So that was her block. Now it's her turn to attack. You may also return the favour of blocking, by the way, if you want to.
Yeah.
I got no hits, so go for it.
Okay, so when I want to block, do I just roll my saber again, or?
Yeah.
Whoop. Oh gosh, what was that? Okay, I didn't like that. Stop that. All right, sorry. I was experimenting with this.
Wow,
Battle
that's
of
terrible.
Titans here.
Gosh.
All right, so Angelique, Con, Margaret, and Dom.
It's very messy here.
It's getting
Just
messy.
a lot of wild
By the way,
stuff.
she stood up in the process, so she's actually standing now. She has a dagger or a long blade, not really a sword, not quite a dagger. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Dom and Margaret.
Yeah.
Yes, Dom and Margaret. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Attempt to make with the stabby stabs, I guess.
I hadn't realised I hadn't turned on my camera. Sorry about that.
Yeah, just take a swing at her with my cutlass.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Mhm. Oh,
Was surprising.
and she
Yeah.
can't block that, so go for it. How much damage does it do? Oh, you could try and disarm her, by the way. You could use your extra success to the weapon.
So yeah, my base damage for that is
Or you
1.
could or you could harvest an extra success to get some panache back, or you could attempt to apply extra damage. You have many choices.
Alright. Did I do the right thing? No.
No,
Yeah.
you can just do it. So you struck her with your blade.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was just 1 is the damage for the cutlass.
Yeah, so it'll do 1 point of damage. You can increase that to 2 with the extra success. Or you can use the extra success and harvest it so you've got panache.
Oh
or,
no,
or you can disarm.
no. Oh, actually, disarming her would be a very good idea, I think.
Sure. Okay,
since she
so you
is-
do 1 point of damage, and she no longer has her dagger. Cool. All right. So Margaret comes in and, to completely one up Angelique, knocks the blade away and then flips it out the area. And Angelique is not having what we would call a successful little moment. Okay.
No.
Dom, last but certainly not least in this story, what would you like to do?
Oh my god.
You've all
There
kind
is
of
a
gathered
lot
around
happening.
her. Yeah, you've all kind of got her in a bit of a pack huddle kind of moment now.
What I'm gonna try to do is I'm going to try to avoid more bloodshed.
Huh?
So what I'm gonna try to do is say, look, come calmly, come quietly, we can figure this out in more of a genteel, a civilized fashion. It doesn't have to be all
I
bloodshed.
see. Well, please roll for me manipulation, which I think is what you're trying to do.
Alright. Yeah. Well, I'm trying.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
pretty well,
You're
actually.
trying very well.
All right. So the way I'm going to rule that works is you're actually causing damage to her mental stat. So
Yeah.
effectively, if you get it at 0, she surrenders, right? So you're basically,
Mhm.
hey, come on, let's not do this again. Now I'm just having a look at her social stat. No, that's not crash hot. Okay, yeah, she okay. I'm actually going to give that to you. So she kind of looks at the crowd, realizes she's outnumbered 5-1. While she's doing a pretty good job of holding her own, it looks like she's pretty much likely to go down. And rather than pulling out the grenade that she was going to pull out,
Jesus Christ.
she raises the hands.
All right, we're
And
gonna be
turns the
civil
crowd.
about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'd tried the pistol, she'd tried the dagger. The next port of call was the explosive bundle of joy that she carries with her.
As long as it sparks joy, I guess.
Exactly, it's a Marie Kondo moment. Does it bring you joy? Should you keep it? All right. So yes, the rest of you are sort of in various states of catching up. Lorenzo, you kind of finally get there.
Yeah.
She's surrendered.
Go team.
Excellent.
So what I'm gonna kind of do is, and I do not have the strength for this at all, but I'm just gonna sling an arm around her shoulder and kind of just forcefully guide her the way that we might want to go to not avoid attention, or to avoid attention.
Okay.
Like gentle, but with the threat of you are 5 against 1.
Right, I see. It's like, come with me, we're all friends together,
Mhm.
except if you were to choose to be
Yeah.
anything other than a friend, that might
Mhm.
end poorly for one of us.
Good pirate, bad pirate, yeah.
Yeah, good pirate, bad pirate. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so can I get a... Where do you want to take them? Do you want to take them back to your ship? Do you want to take them to the
Honestly,
tavern? What do you want to do?
I just kind of want to get somewhere quiet, and away from people, because I am aware of this fucking ruckus that we're making here.
Yeah.
And it's probably not a
Yeah.
good thing.
You may
So-
or may not recall, but the rules were pretty clear. You could basically kill anyone, up to and including murdering people, as long as you could find witnesses who backed up your claims.
That is very true. But at the same time,
It's not a high law
Yeah.
level city. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. But we also don't want somebody running back to Ferrik with
Mm-hmm.
and tipping him off that we've
That is
like
true. You don't
attacking.
want people running back to Ferrik with a whole bunch of tip-off information. So,
Yeah.
can I...
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, the Black Sand Widows. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, so you guys... So my question stands, where would you like to go?
So probably a safe tavern or the ship, whichever is closer and whichever will make her not freak out as much. So
Okay.
probably the tavern.
All right. To the tavern where you beat up all of her offsiders and knocked them to the ground.
Okay. All right. To
Let's say not that one.
yeah,
There must be another one.
there's got to be one more tavern in this town.
No, look,
It's
there's
pirate.
many taverns in this town. There are taverns serving many things. It's that sort of place, you know. It's a kind of, you know, you got your wine bar people, you got your beer garden people. You know, it's covering all the bases.
All right.
I think she might need some hashish kind of people to just calm her the fuck down.
You've got your hashish people, you've got your water pipe people, you know.
Yeah.
As long as there's a variety.
As long as there's a variety. I like it. Okay, so, yeah, so, all right, so you take her to a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she is there with you. You've got her pretty much. So describe how you've got her set up. Like, where have you put her in the tavern? How are you guys positioned? That sort of thing.
So what I was kind of imagining was like in the corner with one of those bigger circular tables that are for 6 to 10 people.
Yep.
But she is definitely in the windowless corner aspect of it, with the rest of us kind of holding our beers and pretending that this is normal.
Right, so she's
And
backed into the
casual.
corner and you guys are all surrounding her.
Uh-huh.
Pretending to be friendly.
We're very
Wait.
friendly.
So friendly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excellent. So, with that in mind, she's backed into a corner. Okay, so what... so just to go quickly through everyone for 1 second. So can I get a sense of what roles your character has on the ship, please? So I intend to change a bit the way we do the narrative stuff. So basically, if it kind of falls within your remit, then your character, unless you kind of surrender to someone else, is going to be the prime talking person for that. Just to give everyone a bit of what's the right term? PBTA talks about it all the time, and I've forgotten what it is. Anyway, the camera lens is upon you. There you go. That's I think I can't remember exactly what they call it, but that's that idea.
Give you some screen time, basically.
Yeah. All right, so
Spotlight.
we know Angelique is the captain, so she's going to be doing the captainy shit, which is to say the big picture, kind of pitching to other people. Lorenzo, what's your role?
I figured I was more crew oriented, keep the crew in line, boarding parties, that sort of thing. So the kind of the first mate role still.
So first mate, yep, it's great. Yeah. So dealing with crew issues and other such things. Margaret, what are you doing? I'm going through the people who were.
I assumed since I had the best move out of anyone, I ended up falling into pilot. Or
Yeah, so pilot, navigator, dealing
Yep.
with the
movement
people
of
who
the ship.
go into the ship. Yep. Con, what are you doing? What are you up for?
Well,
That was the
their
ship's doctor,
official,
right?
yeah, their official role is ship's doctor, but it does seem that they've fallen into like lookout a few times as well.
Yeah.
Just when no one's actively dying.
Not actually bleeding out on the
Yeah.
floor. I'm happy to
Exactly.
be looking around.
Mm.
It
Yeah,
helps me.
bandaging first, then spyglass.
But also think of it this way: the spyglass is really just a way to get to the bandaging.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Someone's got to
Well,
keep
like
an
a
eye.
spyglass and a microscope is just the same thing on the other end. So
Flip them around.
Yeah.
You know, what do you get?
Exactly.
And finally, but certainly not last, Dominic, what would you see your role as on the ship?
I think my role is probably just fucking fraud and like getting
so
people to
quartermaster.
not hate us. Yeah,
Quartermaster, exactly.
basically, quartermaster. Uh-huh. But also, like, if anything needs to be forged, if
Yep.
Yeah, quartermaster.
anything like that.
So quartermaster provides what's necessary for people to perform their roles.
Exactly.
And it might be a bit shadier depending on the quartermaster,
You
or
are
it might
pirates.
be
It can
basically
be
I've got
pretty
to
shady.
yeah.
Mhm.
it sounds like
Forgery falls into that.
it sounds like you talked your way onto the boat and then actually ended up being good at the job you lied that you could do.
Exactly. It's one of those things.
Expecting
Mhm.
that the job was
Yeah.
all about keeping accounts and all of the
Mhm.
financials that you had to manage and actually keeping a tally of all the goods. You discovered that no, that was actually not your job. Your job was to lie, cheat, and steal on behalf of the crew, as opposed to lying, cheating, and stealing on your own behalf. It turned out
Which, you know,
not a fundamentally challenging shift in personality or indeed
Mhm.
profession.
not at
Yep.
all.
Not
It's
at all.
lovely.
It's worked out quite nicely. Thank you for asking.
Mhm.
All right. So on that note, then you have you have Mirai. So following my logic, Angelique, what would be your turn of phrase with Mirai? What do you want to know?
So we tried to have this conversation previously,
You did, and then she threw a whole stack of people at you and ran away.
and you made
Mhm.
some really poor choices. That's how to take that conversation. Crack at it with we want to know where Ferrik is. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you just continue the conversation like nothing happened? Go.
Mm.
Anyway,
So as
we
I was
would like
saying,
to join your
as
crew.
I've just
You panicked. It was
I think
inconvenient.
I'm a little too cranky for that now, unfortunately, because like
Oh, yeah,
she's
you
really
have been
hurt my
physically-
nose.
Yeah. Your nose is out of joint.
Your flagon
Literally out of
up
joint. Yeah.
against it.
Yeah. Like,
We need another
ah,
fish to put on this.
this big gash against my nose now. I'm gonna have a great scar. Yeah. I'm tired of this mucking around. Just tell me where Ferrik is. That's what I want to know.
okay. So because you've defeated her and because she didn't, blow herself up with her hand grenade, you'll be glad to know the Traveller version has an explosive device in her cybernetic arm that she tries to detonate. So you got off lucky with the frag grenade. Okay, look. He's left me out here. Basically, fuck him. Look, he's. Where is he? Where is the location? Yeah, so I better jump on the map. That's why I can't. All right, so you guys are currently over here in Titterson in Mothard. All right, so basically, he is hiding out all the way over there.
Oh gosh. So that's actually in the Federated Territories.
Correct. And it is 450 miles away from where you are.
Makes sense.
He's a long way away from here, babes. We can strike a much better deal for you.
So he's been hiding there because Admiral Darrican has been hunting him. So having raided the Torpol administration and the Psychopomps, he fled. He tried to sell goods at Titterson. In effect, Darrican came after him. Mirai doesn't actually know why, so this is an important point. She doesn't know what the bad blood is between Darrican and Ferrik. But when Darrican found out he was trying to sell goods in Titterson, basically hunted him, and he has now, in effect, said, "Look, get as many pirate crews together. We'll gather." Oh, actually, that's too far away. That's not going to work. Let's put him over here.
Yeah,
that's better. Everakenel. So he is 240 miles. That's actually much more sensible. Yeah. So he's about.
Yeah.
What's the average knots of a ship, Rob? You should know.
Oh God. What was it, about 6 or something?
Per day,
For a flute
per
or
hour,
whatever.
right? So,
Been a while since I've looked at it, but I'll look at it now.
Thank you. So.
Setting ships.
There's a town called Brigantine. That doesn't help.
So, your average brigantine can do around 10 knots.
Yeah.
On average, it's about 8 knots for most ships.
Mm-hmm. And
Schooner can do 12.
Okay, so it's 9 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
Like going slower than the school zone.
20 hours, 30 hours, give or take. It's not too far away. So that's only 30 hours, give or take.
Yeah.
So basically a day and a half's travel. Day and a half's travel, give or take.
Yeah.
So you're about a day and a half away in sailing time from where he's hiding out. That makes it pretty sensible. So that actually gives him. Now, so her job was to correct.
And that also makes me more motivated to want to take him down, because that's the island that I was thinking to use as a raiding point.
Right. Yeah, you definitely want to deal with him then, because he's not your friend.
Yeah. All right. And so, all right. Since we're no longer mucking around here, I want to know, what has Ferrik got that has bound you to his cause? Like, what has he got on you?
He doesn't have anything on her. He so she was indentured, and he captured the ship she was indentured on, freed her, and she's basically been with him ever since.
Right. So I want to know how loyal she is to him. Like, if I can offer her more than what he is giving her even now. He gave her freedom. I get that. Like, that's a powerful bond.
Mm-hmm.
But did she have greater ambitions for herself? Because, you know, if she can get herself a ship, or we can help her get a ship, then
Okay, so this is going to be an insight-based role.
Yeah.
You might want to shop around for someone else to do the insight role.
Yeah.
Just paying attention to how good you are at insight.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's got some insight here that can lean over and whisper in my ear?
I
I have 4.
I've got some insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of going to ask, like, can I tell how on the up and up she's being here?
Oh, about
Because, you know,
Ferrik's actual hiding place and all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
Can I trust what you've got to say? Make an insight roll for me, and I will answer that question depending on your roll.
Just try to kill you.
Alright. Let's try it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You really are very good at this stuff.
Ooh.
I'm very good
Okay.
at fraud and telling fraud. These are my skills.
These are my
Yeah.
skills. So, in answer to your question, you think she's probably being reasonably honest. You think that because she just seems defeated, right? So you kind of stripped her of her defenses, for want of better language. So no, you think that she probably does mean that he's hiding out somewhere on Ebericanel, over here. So that's one thing. The second thing is you were being asked how loyal is she. She's actually not massively loyal. Well, she's loyal in the moment. She's a pirate. She works for money. She really feels that she owes Ferrik something because he, rescued her from effectively slavery. But she's not gonna. Well, you've kind of exhausted the sort of "I'll die for you, Ferrik" moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I turn around and I say, because this is a circular table, and the whispering is a little awkward right in front of her, but
Yeah.
I will turn and whisper and say, yeah, she can be turned for the right price.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Let's see what a right price is. So I'm going to turn to Mariah and say, I know freedom is very important to you. You know what it's like to not have freedom. I want to give you a different kind of freedom than what Ferrik has. Freedom to make your own choices, to do what you want to do. I just want to know if you would be interested in, what I want is you to stay out of my way. So when I have business with Ferrik, I don't want you there. And I want to know if you're interested in occasionally joining forces with us to target bigger vessels, because we want to start taking down the bigger merchant ships that we can't manage alone. And we will split the proceeds with you. I'm going to leave it to my quartermaster to negotiate the fine details of that with you. And she's like, yes, I can do that.
She's absconded.
Sorry, quartermaster needed tea.
Yeah, fair enough. But quartermaster, I'm if we can get Mariah to agree to this, I'm like, I know we can't trust her in any way. And if I thought that like we really, really, really couldn't trust her, I'd just throw her off a bridge, off a shack, something, I don't know, leave her on an island. But But if we can turn her so that we can call on her if we want to go after bigger merchanters, then
Yeah, it's a loose alliance.
I'm cool with that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so can I get an exalt roll, please, from whoever is trying to convince her that she should join up and be part of team winning?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, just part of Team Rich. Get rich!
Sure,
Ah.
team rich.
Out of Team Rich.
I'm going to try that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow, and that is really bad.
You're so good at this. No, really, you are.
Maybe no
Hey,
loose alliance.
do you want to build wealth? Well, come and join us.
Join us.
Uh-huh.
Good bad. Oh,
I feel like another insight roll is necessary.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's made a big pitch.
no, so I had like a hope of getting at least 1 6. No.
Do you want to re-roll it?
I can't. I've got no panache.
Yes, well, that is a problem.
Mm.
Boom. Over to you, Dom. Do you want to make another insight
Yeah.
roll?
Let's see what this motherfucker actually thinks. Oh, God. Yep.
Oh,
two sixes.
yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, you
Now,
should
only
take
need
over the
one
talking now.
success. You only need one success, so do you have 2 panache at the moment?
I do not believe so.
Because you can take the extra success and use it to create a panache.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
So you can do that. So normally you only need 1 success to succeed at something. So if you get more than 1 success, unless you're trying to actually defeat an opposed roll or cause additional damage or do something really specky, you can usually take the extra success and put it into your panache to make sure your panache is refreshed. All right,
Nice.
so all right, so Dominique, you watch this kind of rah-rah speech go for a little while, and
This entire sad clown performance, yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah,
And
yes.
in your mind's eye, if I may put it that way, it is apparent to you that Mirai is deeply unconvicted by this speech.
Okay, so I definitely break in and say, what my illustrious captain is trying to say is, we form a loose alliance, it benefits you, you benefit us, we talk to you if there's bigger prey around. You know. We split it maybe 40-60, depending on your ship, depending on different variables, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And see how it goes.
Okay, so you're going to try and not exalt, but go to a baser set of emotions, if I may.
Exactly. No, I'm not trying to be like, yeah, we're the best. I'm trying to be like, look, this is business.
Okay, I will accept a manipulation roll from you, please.
All right. Oh, how on earth?
You guys are amazing.
That was 8 die.
So good. So good. Would you like to burn that panache you just got to reroll?
You know what? I fucking would.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, let's try it.
Let's go. Yeah, see what happens.
This Mariah is difficult to convince.
Yeah.
How?
Difficult to convince.
All right, so you are confident you've convinced her.
Uh-huh.
She makes all
I'm
the
so
right
confident.
noises. She makes all the right noises.
Jesus Christ.
She's making all the right noises.
Yeah, and I'm walking out of this very confident we have a loose ally.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's awesome. Go Team Awesome.
Go Team Awesome. Exactly.
Jesus.
We're amazing at this.
We're so good at this.
We're so good. It's like when you do a presentation and you all walk out and you're all high-fiving each other. Meanwhile, behind the doors, the client is thinking, what a bunch of dicks. All right. Nothing that's ever happened to me once. But if it had happened, that might be the experience we're talking about.
She would be saying, "Can I have a copy of your presentation?"
Yeah. So that I can just be amazed.
Laugh at it.
How bad it is. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so on that note then, you guys have convinced Mirai to be your ally, of course. You have the location of Ferrik. You know roughly where his ship is to be found. You can board your own ship and go hunting him. You can also seek to make an alliance with one of the other crews on the island to assist you in that, or you can go and hunt him yourselves. Now, you know he's got a sloop, and you know that somewhere there is a merchant vessel, but you think that's Mirai's merchant vessel. That Mirai had the merchant.
Yeah.
So he's likely to only have the sloop. What would you
Right.
like to do as you walk out confident you have Mirai on your side?
Having a second crew would be useful because then you can try and box him in if he gets onto his sloop.
Very good.
Well, we do have a second crew with Mariah.
Yeah, I will admit you
but I don't
you don't actually think that you converted her so strongly that she's going to hunt the guy that freed her from slavery, effectively.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's kind of a
I did
relief.
say that I just didn't want her to be in the way. Like if we decided to go after him.
Yep.
I'd just stay away. I don't know. I think we could take a sloop by ourselves, surely.
Sure. We'll just have to deploy the oars to get the extra speed if we need it.
All right.
Don't know.
I'll
He's
take
been
your.
very efficient at what he does.
Being overprepared might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Well, if this is a pirate we're talking about here, if we want to catch their faster ship, why not trick them into coming to us? Make ourselves look like something worth plundering.
We're back to the honeypot plan.
Or we just go there quietly as compared to with guns blazing and suss things out before we actually engage with him in any way.
Also an option.
Yeah.
And make sure that we're ahead of
We
anybody that might
also-
get to warn them.
We also need to make some money
You could capture
fairly
a ship and sell it.
quickly.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is that.
Ships are worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Make some real dollars out of selling ships.
Yeah. So like fellowship is going to be our primary plan then. Okay. So we could approach the admiral.
Yeah, you know he hates him.
He's got we already know he hates him. To say, hey, can you like give us the ship? Come with us.
Has the Admiral got a bounty on him?
No.
Could we convince the Admiral to put a bounty on him?
The Admiral has ships. He doesn't need a bounty.
He doesn't need others to do the work. Yeah, okay.
But the other problem is if we go to the Admiral, he may very well just be like, thanks for the intel, I'll take care of that by myself.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which we really don't want.
No.
Could we
Tricky.
convince other people that there is a bounty out on him?
Well, we'll be tripping over people.
Yeah.
We could just sail over there. A small party disables his rudder, and then we turn up with our ship.
There is kind of a bounty. You know, the irate clan would pay for his head. They made that quite clear. They were very explicit about that.
Yeah. Or even that we could just hand him over if we didn't want to do the head chopping ourselves, and they would take care of it.
Well, look, we've got a very good surgeon on the ship. Con, we need this head removed.
Removed? Just removed or removed and preserved? Because we'll need supplies if we need to preserve it.
Oh, okay. We can get alcohol. That's
Well,
not a problem.
probably.
Mm.
Salt. Yeah.
We could take
Big
it to
enough
our,
jar.
Okay.
our friends at the Pompadour
Yeah.
Temple or whatever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
on that,
Oh yes,
on that,
Shrive it, I believe, is what they called it.
Mm.
do we have any intel on this captain and any particular vices he might have?
Ferrik,
Yes.
you can ask around town. He has been here previously.
We do have a doctor and who keeps collecting things and perhaps might have a little bit of knowledge of
Yeah.
sedatives,
Mm.
emetics,
Yeah.
drug his ship and him as they're going quietly and take them out. Just a thought.
Well, I think it's definitely worth investigating. All right. So we're going to spend a little bit of time before we leave port, seeing if we can dig up any stories on Ferrik and find out anything more about him personally.
All right. Can I get?
Do we also?
Go. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I'm kind of keen on the stealthy one of these stealthy plans, either the like disabling the rudder and then coming in to attack, or trying to poison the ship. Seems good. But do we want to actually also suss out if there's anybody else who'd like to come in? And I think if we can do it by ourselves, we make more money. So
That's true.
Yeah, and stealth relies on knocking them out and incapacitating them so that we can take them with smaller numbers.
Hmm.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh,
All right, let's see if we
our,
can
our
find
dear
out information.
cultists had that wonderful thing that purged you of
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
That is true.
Perhaps we should tell them that we wish to purge ourselves or others.
Yes.
I feel like
Let's
if
purge more
we
people.
did that, they might just be like, okay, and give it to us and then make us do it in front of them.
Mm.
Well, it was to
Which
cleanse
we don't
you.
want.
It
That
was
would
to
be gross.
cleanse you. You know,
Yes.
just to make
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's plenty of things that you can eat that will cleanse you.
Mm.
Yeah.
I could quite easily just find a dead rat, chop it up, and chuck it in their food, and it will cleanse them.
Yeah, we wish them to
Social
be
Con
cleansed.
has got plenty of knowledge of things for that kind of thing.
I mean,
All right, yeah. So what will we
I
need to
hate-
roll, Thomas?
I don't know. What are we doing? I've lost.
What are you going to do? He
What are we
says.
doing?
all of the above.
There's a lot of things being
We're
thrown
just
around.
gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of drinking, a little bit of chatting, and a little bit of finding out things about Ferrik's personal habits before we leave port.
Okay, that is 100% insight rolls, please.
So that will not be me.
Not me either.
all right. We're gonna try it.
Those sixes.
Those sixes
The
are
sixes.
fantastic. All right, so you are okay. So Ferrik doesn't have any. He doesn't have any vices that are particularly notable.
Okay.
So he has. I don't know how to put this. Like he has the kind of standard vices of a pirate. So he drinks too much. He smokes too much. He pays for the attention of others. He runs out of money far faster than he makes it. But he's also wanted on this island by the admiral, who the rumor going around town is somehow he dishonored the admiral or did something. So no one knows what it actually is. Like, no one knows what the thing is between him and the admiral. All they know is that at some point, the Admiral, just pretty much as far as they can work out, declared, basically declared that he was hunting the guy. So no one knows what caused that to happen. They just know that it did.
Okay.
All right, so that's that. So there's no specific vices that you could sort of lure him in with.
Yeah. No particular liking for a particular vintage or yeah.
Not that you can find out, no.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I relay all that back.
Alright, well, I reckon we're just going to set sail for that island. What's it called?
Analista?
Yeah, I probably should have controlled the naming.
Oh, I can't see that. Verkamil. This is the island. I think that Del Molista is the town?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Irverkenil. Sounds foreign.
It is foreign.
That's the place we're heading.
Freaking foreign. Yeah, that's right. It's the place you're hitting. So, you're going to hunt Irverkenil. And you're going by yourselves. You decided not to go and find any friends. It's just you, and your plan is to sneak up on the effectively to approach stealthily to get surprise. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, so well, it might be more that we're going to see the lay of the land, and if we can create an opportunity to disable the ship in some way and then attack, we'll do that.
Okay.
Plan's going to be fast and loose.
Okay.
I also don't think it's a bad idea if we are already on the ship and disabling something, like harming the rudder or something, trying to get it into the food stores, and, fuck them up that way. Kind of a 2-for-1 thing, so that when we do attack, there's not as many people up.
Cool.
Yep.
Cut their anchor line so they go adrift.
Yeah. Just basically sneak in, cause havoc, sneak out, and then come
back.
Attacking.
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be the rescue ship that they don't need.
All right. Okay, so you're... All right, so you guys describe how you approach this. I will stop asking. You guys just tell me what you're doing.
Right, so assuming he's going to be... Is he... Well, I'm like, where is he holed up on this island? He's just like in a harbour? Is there a town there?
No, he's in a harbour. He's in a quiet harbour. He's stayed away from population centres because people talk. And he's basically waiting for these allies that Mariah is meant to be bringing to him.
Right.
Oh. So we could always pretend to be allies.
You definitively could.
We could also send him and his crew company with some doctored wine. And then show up as allies.
Okay.
Poisoning's always fun.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you doing? I'm going to ask again. You keep on coming up with ideas, but it doesn't feel like it's turning into a thing. It feels like it's a lot of ideas.
We've only got 12% of a plan. That's not a plan.
Yeah, we've got 12% of a plan.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you
Right.
want this guy
So we're gonna
to
come in.
be an ally at the end of this, or do you want him to actually just be out of the picture?
We want him out of the picture because I want command of this island, basically.
And don't forget, you were actually
Alright.
literally
And you see
being
that little.
scripted to hunt the guy down because he attacked the two
Yeah.
places by the king.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Just to
He's not a
reiterate
nice
that
person.
was the
He's
original
pissed everybody
purpose.
off.
and we do have.
Yeah.
We're supposed to offer his head on a silver platter,
Hmm.
literally or
Yeah, so we can make
metaphorically.
lots of money off him. So there's multiple reasons to get rid of him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think our best bet is to come in and hopefully pretend that we're allies that Mirai has sent on. And
Use that.
then in the dark of night,
Yeah.
you know, send some of our crew to cut his lines, Fowler's rudder,
Create havoc.
and we'll see if the captains want to exchange gifts or anything.
All right, so you're going to sail in
Yeah.
openly and pretend to be
Yeah.
allies. Have I got the
Oh.
basic plan?
Mm-hmm.
Is he expected to recognize his allies? Do they have to be flying a particular flag or anything like that?
As a matter of fact, that's a good question. Let's assume the answer to that question is yes. They have to fly a kind of particular version of the Jolly Roger.
Okay. Fly it upside down or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Right, so you've got your way of getting close to him.
Yep.
The next question for our team is, are we going to talk to him, or are we just going to siege the ship and take it over? Or are we going to be stealthy and do something before we approach the ship?
Should we talk to him, and while he is distracted talking to our captain, some of us sneak in and create havoc?
I think the sneaking and creating havoc is probably going to have to happen like before our ship even sails up. So, yeah.
Right then, like, how would we approach without them noticing?
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind
a
of
whole lot
figuring
of
if like
people
we
with a
sailed
jolly
in
boat or
openly.
whatever, barrels, swimming. I can do dog paddle.
We could anchor nearby, and then in the night do the sabotage,
So
and then
I'm
attack
concerned that
at
somebody
dawn.
else will come here while we're doing our thing, because she may actually let's say that she goes, I'm going to send my own crew to get him. So I think we are on a little bit of a time frame here. So yeah, just keep that in
Well,
mind.
then if that was the case, then we'd have to go in with guns blazing. Like that would be the only way of saving time.
We'll get close.
Really.
We'll demast them or something like that.
Okay, so
I'll jump on.
what are you doing? Are you sailing in? Are you pretending to be like allies, like to get close? What's happening? All right, you're at the edge of the harbour. I'm going to skip you straight forward. You're at the edge of the harbour.
Precision.
We're
sailing with our thing upside down, and we're watching very closely. I'd like one person to be watching for what the gun ports are doing, and somebody to be watching out the other way to see if any other ships are approaching.
Okay, quick question. Dawn, midday, dusk, night.
Midday.
Okay, so full sun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you are at the entrance to the harbour. Before you, you see this beautiful picturesque harbour. It's got lovely sandy golden beaches. It's kind of, an Australian holiday ad in real form. In the middle of the harbour, currently moored, but clearly pretty, lightly moored would be the right word. Like, the ship looks ready to sail. It doesn't have a whole stack of people sitting on the beach doing nothing. It looks like it's prepared for action. Is a sloop. It's got its sails furled because it's sitting there, but you can see that they've been well maintained and they can be dropped pretty much immediately. The crew are on the ship. You guys arrive at the harbour's edge. It's full sunlight, so there's no pretending, there's no hiding. You are 100% visible. You are tacking in. Are you tacking in like fast? Are you coming in slow? Normally you would be coming in slow because, you don't know the harbour, it's dangerous, da-da-da-da-da. But if you want to, you can come in hard and fast, sailing the flag, or you can come in kind of the way you would expect to be coming in if you were an ally, for want of better language. So, question.
Yeah,
fast,
we're coming in slow and
slow. Okay, good.
making a normal approach as if we're allies. Yeah.
All right, so you're about, let's say, about sort of 50 to 100 meters. Like you're kind of decent range. You're about 100 meters away. So with a big horn, you could, big kind of bullhorn, you could probably shout at least some messages across the open space. You can see that ship is obviously aware that you're coming in. You can see that sailors are all sort of ready to go. They're not sitting around going, oh, look, it's friends. They're not stupid. So you can see, sailors have kind of jumped up onto the deck. You can see there's a fairly significant number of muskets. The guns are not outside of their ports, but then, of course, neither are yours. So you've got your ports closed, but you do have your guns, I will assume, ready to
Loaded.
shoot. Yep. Which may be an advantage. At about 100 meters, you see this guy with... he looks somewhat like the original Psychopomp kind of person you met. So he's wearing all the black stuff. He's got his hair dyed black. You can see he's got a big white skull sort of painted onto his face, like with, sort of makeup and other things. So it's not tattooed or anything, but it is very prominent.
Yeah.
And because what you remember is that he was he fled that space. All right, so he's looking at you. Can I get we want to look like... Well, okay, so question one. Are you attempting to carry on the illusion of being an ally?
Yeah.
And that kind of means you don't have crew running around with guns in their hands, at least not a lot of them, that sort of thing. Like, you don't look like you're about to attack.
Guns are available, but they're on the deck.
They're on the deck.
Ready to defend, not
to
attack by appearance.
All right. Yeah. Can I get someone to make for me I think it's going to be a stealth roll. I think that's what it's going to be. You can pick whoever you want to make the roll. You can assist them. This is the how well did we conceal the fact that we're ready to start World War III in a minute.
I am pretty stealthy, but I roll very badly.
Perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
This will go
Can
well.
I get a stealth roll, please, Mags?
How do we do the assistance?
It's just you assist and they get bonus die. And Mags, do you have any panache? Would you like to re-roll your excellent stealth roll?
Definitely think
Would anyone like to assist Mags in rolling their stealth roll?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so Mags, that's one bonus die. Anyone with stealth can assist, by the way. And you can have up to 3 people assisting. This basically represents how much effort you guys have put into kind of concealing it and the contribution of the whole team.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to assist.
All right, so you are now at +2 bonus die, Mags.
Yes.
Anyone else? Bueller. Nope. Okay, good chat. That's 1
Oh,
6.
but we got a
You
6.
did get a 6.
You did get a 6. All
Huzzah.
right. So
9 dice.
With 9 fucking dice.
well, you self-declared at the beginning. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
you rolled 16 dice, you got 1 success. I think that pretty much defends your original perspective on this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will give them their scouting roll, which I have written down on this piece of paper. My work gave me, when I became a partner, they gave me a Mont Blanc fountain pen.
I was looking at what was in your hand.
I fucking love fountain pens. I always have, and I have not owned one since I was a kid. So, man, it's so good. Anyway, I love writing with it. I'm not sure that's normally what people do when they get those kinds of pens, but I filled it up with ink and it's fantastic.
You need to flaunt it.
I do need to flaunt it, and I need to write.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Just
beautiful.
don't leave it anywhere.
No.
Fountain pens actually make my handwriting readable, which is weird. My chicken
used
scratch
to
suddenly
do-
looks readable.
You
I
were
used to
saying?
do calligraphy of different TTRPG quotes.
Oh, nice.
Just really dumb, funny ones that we all really liked. So
That's beautiful. Yeah, I used to run in the SCA, so we had millions of people who did calligraphy.
nice, yeah.
Actually, I saw some more work by some of the folk the other week. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so so they didn't get any successes, which is that's lucky. So all right, so you're 100 meters away. You could turn on the tap at any point in regards to violence. The weapons are concealed. You've got your cannons loaded, but behind their doors, because obviously if you sailed in with your cannons poking out, that would be a pretty clear hint. Hey, this shit's going to get real pretty quick. But they are loaded and ready to run in. So they're ready to run in, knocking out the ports and being ready to shoot. All right, so yes, you're 100 meters out, and you see the guy who you've been hunting all along, Ferrik. Ferrik Redthane is his name. He's got no. There's no sign of red anywhere. But noting that, he's looking at you and kind of shouting, with this big horn, "Ahoy! What be the name of his ship?"
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Kiss your ass goodbye. We be the honest trader.
Perhaps you've heard of us.
The honest trader. No, I don't think I have. Actually, has he? Because you did meet an ally of his at one point. What's his insight? Yep, that's right. He's not crash on it. Oh, one too many. Sorry, roll. Nope. I can't say I've heard of you. You don't ring any bells.
Oh,
You see, our reputation
Well-
isn't good enough.
we usually sail far west of here.
Oh, you raid the high rate.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Ah. There's fine pickings on the high rate. Meanwhile, while this is going on, I assume your ship is drifting ever closer. Is that a reasonable?
Closer. Yeah, slightly. Getting in there, like we're slowing right down.
While the
so that we
captain
can.
distracted him, the rest of you would be. I do recall that bit of your discussion. I'm not going to call it a plan. I'll just call it a discussion and move right on.
Discussion. Yeah. It was
Pilot,
the planning is
pilot.
very loose.
Pilot.
Mhm.
Who is the pilot? I think it's you,
That is
Mags.
me.
That's mad.
Mags, could you make a move roll for me, please, as you bring the ship ever closer, subtly, quietly, keeping your broadside facing their broadside in the process, one assumes.
And if it will actually pop out for me.
Although you might want to get around the front so you can literally, tear them
Yeah,
apart.
I don't think we should get side on with them. I think we should
Yeah.
get round to the front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Well, it
That
turns out your
works.
pilot agrees.
Excellent.
So, first of all, you may once again keep one success for success and use the other to refresh your panache, if you would so like. If your panache is not currently 2.
Yeah, my panache is only 1, so I will take
Hmm.
take one of the
All
successes.
right, so
and-
basically you're drifting the ship slowly but surely around the front, which will give you the ability to do the most devastating thing of all, which is your broadside fires down the entire length of their ship. From, what's the right term, forecastle to rear castle? Anyway, from the front bit to the back bit.
Front to back.
From bow to stern.
Bow to stern. Thank you very much, oh nautical man that you are. It's the
Mhm.
problem with living in Canberra. We're not really nautical folk. Like, really, we've got some handicaps. The
I
distinct
mean, you're
lack
not too
of...
far from Holbrook.
Well,
That
I
is
blame
true, thank
working with Navy people at times and looking at how ships can fit into the game. That always does it.
Yeah.
That is the one. Hey, Rob, how would you like to look at how ships could fit in the game? Sure, Tom, I'd love to do that. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've drifted around the front. Your captain's yelling at their captain. He's getting confused. I guess the question is, what do you... And this is a really important question. Is your intention to try and board the ship? Or is your intention to get in a position where you can launch a pretty devastating, but very likely highly fatal attack on the ship? Like, if you shoot, bow to stern, with your full broadside into the sloop, it's probably not going anywhere, but it's probably really not going anywhere.
And we lose our prize.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have to
at
board the
least-
ship.
At least you
prize.
damage it quite significantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Whereas if you get close to it,
Lorenzo.
you can board it and
Yeah.
try and take the ship.
I would definitely prefer to take it whole if we can. While we've been drifting around about, Lorenzo, what do you think about sending some crew out to
I think it's a great idea.
So describe to me what your plan is with this crew that you're sending out. What do you mean by sending out?
Are we going to be on a boat, or do you want to get close enough so we can swing onto their ship?
Well, no, what I was thinking was that if we've been talking about fouling the rudder, so sending a stealth, posse of ship's crew out to foul the rudder while I'm talking.
But
no.
Yeah, I think your options are getting to the point that actually sending a stealth crew at this point isn't going to get there in time to do anything. So if you want to immobilize the ship, then you can always demast it.
And then we'd have to install another mast to sail it away.
I'm very keen to board because all my skills seem to be around fighting and boarding ships. So,
all right.
We dwarves are not natural sprinters in this game. I'm far from a dwarf.
All right, so we're just going to get ourselves in a position to board while I'm spinning out stories about...
So because it is luckily it is the pilot that's making this roll. Oh pilot, you are being tasked with the job of ever so gently but subtly getting yourself in the position to board the enemy ship. Which, funny story, despite what you said earlier about not wanting to go side to side, the best model for boarding is full on, kind of side to side, because that gives you the capacity for all of your people to get onto their ship in a single hit. So, can I get a stealth roll followed by a move roll, please? The stealth roll to sidle up, oh so quietly. Nice.
There's a 6. There's a 6.
They do occur in some dice pools. And then could I get... Thank you. Beautiful. All right, so...
Another one.
And then could I get a manipulation roll or exalt roll from you, Captain O'Captain, as you continue to chatter away at this guy, keeping his attention on you as a person as opposed to on your ship as a ship?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because you are trying
We're
to
gonna
keep
try this.
their attention. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
No. Did
I
you
got
want
no
to?
panache.
No
The
panache.
spoken word is not your friend.
Got no panache.
No panache. Okay. So you're like trying to keep his attention. You've gotten really close, right? So you're probably no more than, I don't know, it feels like maybe 5 meters. So you're pretty much right on top of him. When he suddenly realizes, A, you're right on top of him, and B, this all feels a bit weird. Like you guys have been gently sailing around while he's been chattering away to you. And in that last kind of moment, just before you get in the perfect position to board the ship, he suddenly realizes you're almost in the perfect position to board his ship.
Coincidence, I ask you.
Fair.
However, he is not within his capacity to, kind of run out his guns and blow great gaping holes in you. But he sort of suddenly yells out, "Men! Men! Defend the ship!" And they all go, "Ah!" And so you see the crew his crew picking up their muskets and jumping forward to, defend the ship. Now, you outnumber his ship. You have more crew than him. He is sailing a sloop. It is a smaller ship than a brigandine. It carries less guns and it carries less crew. Rob, I think you literally had the spreadsheet open a few minutes ago. So,
I do.
what is a sloop's crew, please?
Just give me a sec. A sloop's crew. Sloop, down to this end. Oh boy. So a minimum crew to operate it is 6, but they can have up to 80 if they want to really pack the deck. But yeah, you're looking at like a dozen or 2 dozen crew.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he's actually got 60 crew. But you've got 90 plus.
Yeah.
You've got about 96. You outnumber him effectively 1.5 to 1.
Yeah. We can have up to 160.
The number of guns you've got requires 96 crew to fully man, was what I worked it out as.
Yep, that's spot on.
So you've got 96 plus you've got yourselves. So you've got basically 100 people on your ship, and give or take 101 to be technical, and he's got 60 odd on his. So you outnumber him almost 2 to 1, which gives you an advantage to this moment. So, in answer to the question that you asked earlier, Angelique, the way this works is the first action is the commander rolls a exalt roll and gives orders. If the rest of the crew follows the orders you give, they may draw upon your successes as if they were bonus die. So if you get 1 die, someone can grab a bonus die. If you get 2 successes, someone can grab 1 or 2 bonus die, or someone else can pick up that additional dice. It creates a dice pool, basically, that the other people can draw upon. So what are your orders, Captain? Oh, my Captain.
Like, fire the muskets, fire out the, send off the grappling hooks to draw the ship in for that last little bit, and then board.
Okay, so unload a round of muskets, throw the hooks to, bring in the ship, and then board with everything you've got. Okay, cool. So please make an exalt roll to represent your ability to inspire your crew to do what's necessary.
Let's hope I can do it this time.
You got a success, so someone's going to get a bonus die. Yay! Pilot. To place the ship in the perfect position for boarding, you need to make a move roll for me, please.
Okay. Oh,
Lovely.
that's a relief.
Would you like to use one of those to get a panache back? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might need them.
Okay.
When my rolls go bad again.
So basically,
I hope I can get some panache soon.
you need to roll that second success. That's all you need. Just one.
Yeah.
Now, first officer. Sorry, not officer. First
mate.
First mate.
Yep.
You need to make a battle roll as you shout orders to the crew, yelling them to board or unload their muskets. You may use
Excellent.
the bonus die if you want, or you may hold on to it to allow someone else to use it later.
No, I'll just do the. Or actually, yeah, I'll just use the bonus die. What the hell?
Okay, so make a
We
battle
want
skill
it to
roll
work.
for me, please.
Battle. Here we go. Lots of
Battle,
sixes. No.
battle.
Okay, I'm going to re-roll that
No.
with panache.
Okay.
Do I get the extra dice, or do I leave it off now?
No, you
Yep.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oh,
Okay. There's
the
nothing.
dice are against us tonight.
The dice are against you. Okay, so you
Hmm.
send the men into a hellfire of musketry.
That's it, man.
Keep on going.
Wave after wave of men against the killbots.
That's exactly right.
Mhm.
Turns
Just
out he trained his
single
men
file.
to load and fire their muskets quicker than anyone else in the sea. All right, so yes, that has not gone as well as it could have. It's not an abject failure, but you're certainly not at this point. Oh, what's his? How many dice has he got? He's got 5 dice. Okay.
So, can you tell me what this War Weaver is actually about?
Sure. What does it say?
You sense of battle and the ebbs and flows of chance are unparalleled.
Yep.
You can sense the moment when one decision could make all the difference and make it. You know the strength of your enemy forces when engaged.
Yep.
Not all battlefields are so readily understood. The dance floor, the soiree, the court, these are all places where your insight will do you no good. Excellent. You always know the number of enemy forces and panache recovery success battle.
Yeah. So you can get a panache if you get a success in battle. So you just get one for free.
Oh, okay. All right. And I always know the numbers of enemy forces is what it
and
comes
you can
to.
that's automatic knowledge you have. So you know
Yeah.
exactly what his strength and his weaknesses are with
Yep.
regards to it.
Is what
So
covered.
you know there are 60 men on the opposite side. You know that he has cannonry that he is not going to be able to use in this battle. You know that if you are able to take him and his commanding unit on the aft castle of the sloop,
Yep.
that the rest of the troops will most likely surrender.
Sure. Okay. Excellent. All I have to do is do a successful battle roll.
That's right.
All right.
That's all you have to do.
Oh, would I have had a bonus die for leadership as well? For
It's technically
exalt influence?
It's exalt.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's exalt. Yep. All right. Cool. Moving on.
Okay. So, all right. So your men are taking some losses. So you started out with 96, and I didn't. Did I roll 2 successes? I feel like did I roll any? I did. I rolled 2 successes.
Don't think of it as losing men. Think of it as gaining profit.
Jesus.
You're so funny. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use the battle resolution crit table from War Stories because it's funny, and because I need to remember how to use it because I'm running it on Friday morning at fucking 6:30 in the morning. I get to roll 2 because you got none. What does the first one do? What does the first one do? Is that a 52 or a 25? 25. That's a bit shit. Enemies under enormous pressure. Okay. This false rolls. They roll twice. Okay. Let's do that. It's kind of like first one. I feel like that's going to be a 14. 41. And then the other one. Is it 12? Is it 12? Yes, I'll take the 41. Thanks very much for asking. Okay, so you have already lost 8 men.
Damn it.
So the way it works is basically it's units of 8 or thereabouts that you lose when you take a loss. So you guys have lost 8 men already in the battle, and they've taken absolutely no losses whatsoever. Now, for those people who are not directly involved in commanding forces, sailing ships or giving orders, i.e., the Dominique and Concho, what do you two want to do? Con, by the way, you can be Doctor.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is there anything Con can do to limit,
The losses?
if not like injuries, at least deaths?
Yes, absolutely there is. You can make a medical roll. What is it in this? What did I call it in this one?
Flesh spinner.
Healing. Yeah, but you can.
Healing. Yeah,
But
cool.
yes,
Yeah.
sorry, yes, you have flesh spinner. You can heal any fatal injury.
Wow.
Panache,
get there in
recovery,
time.
success, healing. So if you get successes in healing, you can take a panache point for any success.
Cool. Alright, so healing. Let's see how that goes. Nope.
You guys
Wow.
You guys are
Well-
rolling so bad tonight. It's next level. Okay, so Doctor, people are dying, left, right, and center.
I'm making choices between who looks more injured and keep making the wrong
Wrong
choice.
choices. Yeah, it's like that's clearly a death wound. Oh shit, it's not. Oh shit. No, you are actually able to stabilize people who will die. Like that's an automatic thing you can do. So,
Cool.
But yes, you're not.
But they're not going to be useful for this fight.
No, they're not going to be useful for this fight. All right, and then finally, but certainly not last, Dominique, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to be trying to add to the chaos.
Okay, well, that won't be hard. What do you want to specifically achieve that out?
So I'm guessing that Ferrik kind of has a distinctive voice or something that I can imitate.
Ooh.
Like, basically what
Okay.
I want to do is who the fuck is giving orders over there, and I want to give not opposite orders, but orders that are just similar enough so that it'll fuck them up. So, if Ferrik says, all guns to the right, I want to kind of say, all guns slightly to the right, so that it's just close enough that they still follow it, but just far enough that it fucks them up.
Okay. That feels like manipulation, which I assume is why you're doing it. So make a.
It kind of is, yeah.
Kind of
Fraud is my game.
All right, so manipulation roll, please.
All right. Let's try this.
Ho!
Shit.
Wow.
Okay.
You can nick one of those for a panache point if you want.
I'm absolutely doing that, yes.
I'm the ventriloquist.
Basically.
Oh, and your curiosity, you're not manipulation, yeah. Okay. Okay, so you get, so you're back up to 2 panache, and you're trying to make it harder for them to be organized. All right, so what that'll do is that'll reduce my battle roll next roll, as people are running around confused about what they're meant to do.
Nice.
All right, so new round. Angelique, do you want to keep on giving orders, or do you want to personally engage in combat?
I'm going to dive into combat because I want to make it my way to the captain.
All right, so I will ask for a. Okay, so make a, because we're not going to play out like individual fights for this battle. That makes a lot of sense. So give me a melee roll, please. You can apply, like you can roll your cutlass, not your melee. Your saber or whatever it is you use. Not your melee.
Yeah.
And tell me how you go. As you try and cut your way through. So your intention here is not to necessarily kill anyone. It is to get to the captain. Yes?
Yeah, I just want to clear a path to the captain.
Yep, so, alright, perfect.
Taking him on.
Finally!
Woohoo!
2 successes.
Are you going to grab one of those and turn it into panache?
I would like a panache. Yes, thank you. I will.
You might want it before you get to the captain. That's all I'm suggesting. Alright, so you are making your way through, but you still have a ways to go. You could have gone faster if you used both successes, but I do think perhaps collecting a bit of panache at this point is worth doing.
I have really felt the lack of it up to this point.
Yes, I can imagine you have. All right. Now, Margaret, you don't really need to pilot the ship anymore. It is actually attached to the other ship. Barring a decision to cut the ropes and run, there's really not a lot you can do.
Yeah, I'm going to
Shoot someone.
take aim at the captain and attempt to shoot them.
Right, okay.
That-
Go for it. Of course you are. Hey.
I do say attempt.
Don't
oh
forget
my
to add
God.
all your bonuses.
Yes, that's what I was just looking for. +1 to aiming bonuses. Okay. So marksmanship +1.
Right. Okay, in the middle
Here
of
is a
the...
6.
There is a success, but it's only one success. So in the middle of combat, you basically are trying to pot shot this guy, and there's like a big swirling, melee between you and him. So you wound someone, but it's not the captain. Okay. Battle roll from Lorenzo.
All right, come on.
You don't
Let's
have the
have a good
bonus die,
battle
don't
roll.
forget. Because
Sorry?
the captain did not give orders this round.
No, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Ooh, got one.
Got one. I
Improvement.
only have 4 dice this time. I took... Did you leave me with 2 or... No, you took... Oh, no, 3. I've only got 3. Because Dominique was confusing everything.
Woohoo!
And no successes. All right, roll 2d6 and tell me what your success... What you get there, old Jimmy Millad.
All right.
Is that a 51 or a 15?
I don't know.
You can click on the
51.
6 and it'll tell you. Yes, perfect. Thank you. 51. The enemy force is under pressure. It loses... Ooh, ouch. Okay.
Excellent.
Loses 2 units. So that's...
So do I get a
16.
panache from that?
You do, because it's a battle roll.
Talent? Excellent.
You absolutely do.
Bing.
Yep. All right, so they are taking significant losses now. They have just lost 16 men, so they are down to 44. You guys are down to 88 still, and I got no successes, so I don't get any rolls. Because
On the run.
it
Excellent.
turns out Dominique's confusion model is of some value to you. It's like, the One Ring, the defensive play. I might just stop them from having all the dice that they could roll. Con. Doctor. Well, there's not really doctoring this round.
Yeah, not really losing any extra people. I mean, I imagine we've got, because of the successful battle, we've got people who've actually made it onto their ship now.
Correct. Yes, you can
I
feel
guess
the pressure
into the fray,
shifting
yeah.
in their direction. Into the fray.
Well, not into the battle, but
Right,
that's where we're
I
going to
believe
have
it,
well, on the periphery of the fray.
Right, on the periphery, hiding behind a table somewhere. Okay, perfect.
Exactly.
I have the
One of
mental
those deck
image.
tables.
One of those deck tables. All right, so you are doing that. Dominique, what would you like to do?
Oh, I think you're muted.
Thanks. So the whole pretending to be the captain thing worked really, really well last time, so I'm just gonna
definitively did.
keep going with it.
Make a manipulation roll
See how long.
and see how you go.
Let's see.
And sometimes
What the fuck?
it doesn't help you. Okay. All right, so it's Angelique's turn. You still aren't giving orders. You're still trying to forge your way through. Please give me a melee and rolling.
All right. No.
I will say, actually, no, that's fine. You got a success. I will just say that, Mags, you could do the whole, Last of the Mohicans for those of us who are a bit of a fan. Makes me cry every time I watch it. You could do the whole clearing of the path for the captain trick. Am I the only one who knows what I'm talking about with Last of the Mohicans, where he's running along behind?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been
Cass.
so long since I've watched it.
I watch it every
The Mummy
week.
is the most recent instance of that.
Yeah, kind of a different thought about using my ability to go across various ropes
Oh, yes.
and
You can do the
topsails
topsail
without.
thing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% you can do that.
Yeah, so I was thinking that I might run across the spars and the ropes of the ship to their sails.
Yeah, you can do that.
And with a knife, see if I can slash through and have them fall on the people and create a bit of chaos and hopefully take out some of the rest of their crew under a falling sail.
Okay, you, as noted, you cannot fail a balance check. So you can literally jump from your topsail, kind of mainmast spar. You can just jump across the open space, land on theirs. You actually can't fall. But if you want to do what you just described, I think that will be a move roll to sort of, drop the sail on the right people. And of course, that then opens up the door to a panache success.
Yes.
Lovely.
So
Please make a move roll.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, first of all, if you don't have enough panache, you now have another point of panache. If you have 2 points, which you do, you have nothing.
I do, yeah.
Sad face hashtag. But yes, you drop a sail onto a crowd of their people, reducing their battle skill by 1 point. All right. So at this point, sorry, Angelique, I think that all got a bit confused. What did you roll?
That's okay, because I got 1 success, so I'm assuming I made it a little closer to the captain now.
Yep. You reckon you're probably about 1 move away from facing down with the captain. All right, so
Cool.
battle roll from Lorenzo, please.
Here we go. Let's have like 5 6s would be great, but no. I'm going to re-roll that with panache because I have a panache.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
All right, over to you.
I shouldn't find that as funny as I do, but that is pretty funny. Now I'm going to get 3 6s. Mark my words.
Yeah.
No, neither of us do it. So the battle is reaching a kind of stalemate at this point.
Everybody's getting exhausted.
They've been pushed back a bit, so they've got less frontage.
Yeah.
They're sort of defending the sort of one half of the ship. Your men are sort of piling across, or your troops are piling across. You've kind of got them pushed up, but they've now reached a point where the defensive line is sort of maxed out, if that makes sense. So there's no gaps in their line, and your guys are trying to push through, but they're pushing back. Once again, Con, it's no one's dying, Con.
Yeah, I'm peeking over this table, a bottle of rubbing alcohol in one hand, gauze in the other, just looking for someone to use this on. Considering using it on some of their guys, so at least I'm doing something, and deciding against it.
There are men on the ground who
helping everybody.
Who could be dying. You could save them.
We could use the crew,
Correct.
especially if we're keeping the ship. So yeah, no, absolutely. I'll try and do some healing on on their crew. Okay.
I love it. Make a healing roll for me, please.
Sure. Of course, now I do a good job.
Of course, you do a great job now. It's like, oh no, I'm healing the enemy. That'll work. All right, so you get a panache.
I get a
if
panache.
You don't already have maximum panache. And you are doing a great job of keeping people alive on both sides.
It's just what I'm here for.
It is just what you're here for. And I assume I shouldn't assume. Dominique, last round didn't work so well. Do you want to keep on trying to confuse the enemy?
I'm gonna try. At some point, someone's gotta listen to me.
At some point,
my
someone's gotta
entire
listen to you.
character.
I love it. Make that roll for me. Impress me with they have to. Well, there's a success.
There's one.
There's one.
I'll take it.
It's a point. It's a point. You know, it's more than you had last time. All right, so that's that. That's that. Okay, last round of getting close to the captain. Please, Captain O'Captain.
Yes.
If you get more than one success, you don't only get close, you get the hit.
Do it.
Oh, no.
Or if you get no successes, you don't get any close.
There's going to be some.
Just
do I still have a panache? What do I have? I have panache. Oh, I am so using my panache and rolling that again.
Roll that again. Roll that again.
That again. Come on. Come on, give me 6.
And give me nothing. Give me
Wow.
I got
16 dice and
nothing.
no successes. All right. Okay. Mags, you're on the top sail. You've cut sails. You've dropped them on them. You've slowed them down. Confused them even.
Confuse them even.
You can cut more sails. That seems to be fun.
Yeah, well, we're bunching them up a bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might try and cut some more sails and create a bit more confusion, take a few more
Now,
of
I
their
will
people
remind
out.
you that you can spend panache in advance to get a bonus 2 dice to your roll. So you can spend a panache to re-roll something. You can also spend panache to give you 2 bonus die on a roll, just to make that point. Mags, please feel free to make a move roll for me, please. Oh! Okay,
Wow.
that's gonna hurt. Right, you're dancing across the top of their ship, just dropping sails left, right, and center. They're confusing the hell out of their people. They're everywhere and nowhere at the same time. They actually have 0 dice to roll for battle this round.
Hooray!
Hooray! What could possibly go wrong now? Make a battle roll. Come on, Lorenzo. Come on. They've got nothing.
Yeah!
Yay!
1%.
They got nothing.
Yes.
Yay! Make a roll for me. 2d6. Woo! I think we all cheered. We all feel for Lorenzo. Lorenzo needed this.
Oh, I needed something. That's
Yeah.
right.
2 dice. Yeah, that's better.
11,
Oh,
just to keep
11.
it consistent.
Wow. Okay, so nothing then.
Is this
You get-
like 66 in Rollmaster?
The enemy is under pressure, but it's coping with it. No effect.
Wow.
Ouch.
Bloody hell.
Wow. The shame. The shame. Okay. The Consta. You've kept people alive. You got
Yeah,
gauze. You got rubbing alcohol. You got more gauze. You got rubbing alcohol. You got a saw.
I mean, all these sail-related injuries. We need to make sure that those people don't have concussions. Obviously.
You've been smothered.
Make a medical roll as you try and recover their crew. This is helping because when they do eventually surrender, you will be able to, recruit more of their crew as a result of Con's investment in taking care of others.
Correct.
Well, we'll see what the roll is first.
Oh well, no,
Yeah,
it's
there it
another
is.
double.
Giving
It's
you
another
extra
double 6.
fabric. For
Somebody else is
band-
getting the rolls.
Yeah,
I'll take
wow.
it.
Yeah.
Extra
Alright.
fabric for bandages.
Now, this is the moment, Dominique, where you just flip and burn the whole game. What do you do?
I am just going to keep changing Ferrik's words.
Okay,
Just
there is
making
this scene
sure-
in Monty Python where the one person pops up in the crowd that's supporting Jesus and just keeps on mentioning different things. This is that moment.
This is that moment.
This is that moment. All right, make me a exciting, entertaining, and funny manipulation roll.
Let's try it. How? All right, yeah, I'm gonna spend my
It's happened
panache.
to every single one of us tonight.
That's so annoying.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
No,
Oh.
there's
Yes,
only one,
6.
but I'll take it.
It's only one, but I'll take it. All right, you've got them. Somewhat confused. They're knocked out or out. Angelique, come on, Angelique. You can do it this time. Come on, Angelique.
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh.
16
I hope
dice.
And the
so.
longest
It
fall
can't
here.
happen twice.
Oh, you
It bloody can, and I've got no panache, so I can't re-roll.
Did you like the way I
Oh
did
my
that? I
God.
thought that was gold. It's like, that can't happen twice. I knew what was going
No.
to happen, of course, but that's beautiful. All right, so the captain is still standing there. You're still standing there. There's battle going on. Nothing's breaking. But at this moment, Max, what do you want to do? You've cut all the sails. There's probably not a lot of
I've-
sailage left. You were pretty
Yeah,
effective.
A
You were
little bit of a
pretty-
problem.
You're running out of sail.
I think I will swing down and assist the captain.
Okay. In a kind of, feet on, swing down rope, feet first, knocking people out of the way kind of way? Is that the image I have in my head that is most appropriate?
That is the attempt.
Okay, it's a melee roll.
Yeah.
Not a move roll. But with bonus 2 die because you're swinging him. Ropes and shit.
Wow. Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
okay. You clear a path. Angelique finally gets to the captain.
He swings down and kicks somebody out of the way off the rope.
Swings down and kicks someone out of the way. You also add an additional bonus point to, or minus point to their battle roll. So they're now at minus 2 die on their battle roll. All right, so it's battle time for the young and the restless. I am rolling.
I just want my 5 sixes all at once. That's all I want.
I understand. What
Well,
about
we
2
got
sixes
two.
is good.
2
2
sixes.
sixes. How many do I get? None. Okay, you get two dice rolls. 2 dice rolls. Roll 2
Okay,
sets
first
of
dice roll.
First die roll is a
It's 42.
42.
Excellent, Frank.
They lose a unit. Okay, so they're down to 30.
Excellent. That's it.
And another one,
Plus them
please.
while they're covered with sail.
And another one, please.
And a 60.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
64.
64.
Yes.
They lose 2 battle die and 1 unit completely routes. Alright, so they're now down to half their forces and they roll. And they're basically, okay, alright. So you've basically broken them at this point, right? So
Excellent.
you've smashed through, you've like they've got nothing left in the tank, their battle die is down to 0. They're starting to surrender, but at that point, Angelique, you are now one-on-one. Hand to hand, mano a mano, literally meaning one-on-one, as I understand, as opposed to man to man.
Well, man on man, actually, yeah.
No, mano is
Mano
Spanish
is
for
also
hand.
a hand. It's
Yeah.
like hand to
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, it actually means hand to hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually have anything to do with person to person.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Latin manos. Manos?
Manos.
Anyway, manos. There you go.
I actually just realised, Lee, do you speak Spanish? It sounds sensible, but
I used to speak it a lot more. It's one of those things that kind of, I spoke it a lot in high school and college. So, but it's been a minute. But yeah, no,
Yeah, hand
I've
to
got a
hand,
few
you're right.
Colombian students, and we speak Spanish a bit to each other.
nice. Okay, so on that note, Captain O'Captain, you and Ferrik face off against each other. The
Alright.
crew are surrendering, however. Do you want... Oh, you do. Okay, all right. I was going to ask if you want to just demand...
I didn't want to stab
Okay,
him.
never mind.
It's a quick answer to the question that I had. Now, you've got dueling as well, which you can deploy. So don't forget that allows you an additional, effectively non-lethal attack. They're going to roll their 6 die. Gets to 8 die. And get 1 success, which means you do definitely do them damage.
Yeah.
Alright. So they take 1 point of damage, and I worked this out before. Yep, there it is. 3, 4, 3. Yep.
Yeah. So tell me, explain this dueling thing again. So I've just been rolling my attack with my saber.
You get a second
And
attack,
then if I
but
wanna
only
use
for the
the-
purposes of a flashy move. So you can disarm someone, you can, bind their weapon, you can do trips, you can do those sorts of things. It's effectively the additional flavor component of your ability.
Yeah.
So the main attack still is the one that does damage. The other one can be used to disarm people, to parry, so you can parry twice where everyone else can only parry once, all of those sorts of things.
I'm going to try to disarm him.
Seems like a logical move to me. Please
Right,
make
so-
a attack roll with your full dice, and you get bonus die on top of that. You get all your dice.
I think I might. Let me have a look on my other side. So duelist level 2, 2+2 dice to attacks using duelist weapon.
Yep. So you get +2 die. So your attack will be the weapons. So your saber is currently rolling 7 die. So you click on that, and you will get, and you can add 2 bonus or 2 additional die. So you'll roll 9 die in total.
Okay.
Then
This
if you
was a bit
attack
confused
from-
about because it's like
Sorry, my apologies.
I've got a single bonus dice. I'm rolling 8.
No, you've got 2 bonus die because you've got +2. So the weapon has a 1, but
Okay,
that's
so
calculated into the attack roll. So if you just click on attack,
Yeah.
you're getting 2 bonus die. Simple as that.
Okay. Right, well, I'll do that then.
Okay.
How many seconds? Just 1.
And that is 1. So you are able to disarm him.
Excellent.
So 1-on-1, you stab him. He takes a minor wound, but then you and the sword goes up in the air.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right, you have
Excellent.
captured the captain. You have captured the
Huzzah.
ship.
Woo!
Con,
ship is
can you
over.
give me
Surrender. Oh.
should I assume, Con, that you're desperately trying to save the last of their men from dying?
That's probably a good assumption.
Make another healing roll for me, please, as you try and save that last few guys who took it. Ooh, not bad. Okay.
I'll take it.
You will take it. So you guys are so you've basically assisted. You've got a total of 5 successes of bonus, which you will be able to apply to the captain's exalt roll when they try and get people to stick around.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So that'll get +5 bonus die to exalt. Okay,
Well,
so
they stabbed us, but at least they didn't stab us to death.
that's right. They were as good as, I mean, really, at the end of the day, they were as kind as they could be, considered all things considered. Okay, so
Yeah.
All right, so it's 10:38. I guess it kind of depends on how this conversation goes as to whether it takes 1 minute or whether it takes like half an hour.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a path to a 1 minute conversation. Well, all right, let me just ask this direct question, and then everything else I can decide after that. Do you just kill the guy,
Yeah.
or do you want to capture him?
I think he's going to be a complete pain in the bum. I'm going to kill him.
Okay, so you just kill him.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Then it's a 1 minute conversation. All right, so you run him through. All right, so he lies dead at your feet. You have killed the pirate Ferrik Redthane, who had attacked the Torpol administration and the Psychopomps. The key
Yay.
thing about that is if you spread that news broadly, they become much more friendly. So you are very close to being able to use them as safe places to operate from. So for you, the advantage is that they move along the sort of the friendship, if you will, or allied track, and they become much closer to being your allies and willing to have your ship kind of operate or at least sell goods.
Okay.
So you can now probably pretty safely sell goods at Torpol and at the Psychopomp town. You can't operate from there, but they will not persecute you for selling things that, look like they might be problematic. Noting with one very, very important success.
We're not selling
Torpol.
any high rate sugar.
Thank you. Right, got it. Good. Yep, that'd be the one.
Yeah, no.
You're able to capture the sloop. The question is, if you sell it, you can make pretty decent money, which will obviously make your crew pretty happy. If you don't sell it, you can crew it as a second ship. Now, your ship can take on the crew of the sloop, which will give you, basically, you'll be packed to the gunwales with people, but you will be fully crewed. There will be no space left on your ship. It will be fully equipped.
Yeah.
You'll have a massive boarding party. You'll be absolutely all about boarding people for a little while. And then you could sell the sloop, or you could crew the sloop and start to build out a fleet.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you can't
Yeah.
sell it if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reward for Bethane's body, however, and it's I think it's probably that. So it's 5,000. What are we using? Guilders. 5,000 guilders.
Guilders, yeah. That's cool.
So that's good money. Like, that's almost as much as a sloop is worth. It might even be as much as a sloop is worth.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me just consult. One sloop. I don't think I actually put a price on it, do I? I had a nominal price on it as like about 4,000.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so he's worth more than that. So he is worth more to the high rate than the ship is worth to sell. But of course, you could do both and reap a very nice 9,000 or so guilders, which starts to look like real money to your crew, because you're now talking about giving them something in the order of, like, a share is worth effectively 50 guilders. So people are starting to see some actual money.
Yeah. Well, we could keep the sloop and we could just give a lot of that 5,000 bounty to the crew. And that should keep their morale up and give us a ship to a second ship to raid with.
Yeah. And then we go, the first thing we do next time is go hunting a bigger ship.
Yep.
All right.
Try and make some money.
Why don't we call it there then? Just noting it's almost 11:15.
Yeah.
And I will be probably up at writing at about 6:30 in the morning. So look, so you've got the ship. It's worth about 4,000 guilders. You've got him. He's worth 5,000 to the irate. He's worth probably about the same between Torpole and the other one. So you might be able to work out a way to get kind of double the money if you can think about a way to do that. You probably need to prove to them that you've killed. So you might be able to claim both rewards, is my point. So that could double your money. And obviously that moves the needle also in the way that particularly the trading clans of the irate will think of you if you turn up with this guy.
Yeah.
So there is a benefit in a lot of ways to turning up. All right, so I will stop it there, I think. And I mean, I will literally stop the little recording thing that I'm doing.